Here's a fully developed story based on your title, crafted to be engaging, emotional, and suitable for a 40-minute YouTube video narration. I've structured it with drama, tension, and resolution, keeping plain paragraphs for readability. The room was packed, buzzing with whispers and the low hum of anticipation. Cameras flashed relentlessly as Jill Biden, poised in her signature elegance, stepped up to the podium. The air felt charged, thick with tension. Among the crowd, Kash Patel's heart pounded against his chest, a mixture of apprehension and determination. He had been invited to speak on a sensitive issue, one that could either elevate his career or destroy it. Jill's gaze swept across the audience before landing sharply on Kash. There was a subtle tilt of her head, a silent challenge that made everyone in the room hold their breath. Then she spoke, her voice calm, almost soothing, yet cutting in its precision. "Kash Patel, I've heard so much about your work," she said, a faint smile playing on her lips. "But I wonder, do you really understand the consequences of the decisions you've supported?" The room erupted in murmurs. Kash felt the sting of humiliation creeping in, the kind that can make a man question every choice he's ever made. But Kash wasn't one to back down. He straightened his shoulders, drew in a slow, steadying breath, and met her gaze. "Madam First Lady," he replied, his voice steady despite the tension, "I understand more than anyone might think. And I believe accountability is not about fear, it's about courage." The crowd shifted uncomfortably. A murmur of admiration began to rise. The confrontation escalated, each word a careful duel. Jill tried to corner him, citing reports, statements, and decisions, hoping to shake him publicly. But Kash countered each point with clarity and poise, his calm intensity turning the atmosphere on its head. The humiliation Jill had intended started to waver, the crowd's attention shifted from her to him, hanging on every measured word. Amid the exchange, a surprise twist occurred. Adam Schiff, known for his arrogance and aggressive tactics, attempted to intervene, expecting to seize the spotlight. "Perhaps Kash needs guidance," Schiff said, smirking, aiming for a verbal knockout. But John Kennedy, who had been silently observing, rose from his seat. With a sharp, commanding tone, he dismantled Schiff's argument piece by piece, exposing the weaknesses in his logic while maintaining an air of dignity. Schiff's confident smirk faltered, and a rare silence fell over the room. The tables had turned, the once dominant figure now looked small, cornered by truth and integrity. In that moment, the audience witnessed more than a clash of personalities, they saw courage, humility, and the power of speaking truth under pressure. Kash's resilience inspired whispers of respect. Kennedy's intervention reminded everyone that accountability was not just about authority but also about honor. Jill, c.